And this is the hashtag live for 365, day 10 of 365, guys. Yeah, right now I'm just at the river. Don't know if that will focus in for you guys there. Yeah, real nice scenery all in here, guys. Out in nature. I just finished up my meditation. Like to do it out in nature. Super nice, guys. Today I did it at the end of the day. Nice way to reflect on everything that went well, went bad, and set a few intentions for the next day, right? So today what I wanted to talk about is why you guys need to have a journal. All right, and I got two of my journals right here that I'm going to show you guys in a minute. And so basically, I have a lot of stuff. Like this is a notepad, kind of my outline for this 365 right here. But the journals themselves that I want to talk about, a short-term journal and a long-term journal. And I'll start off with the short-term journal. Basically, the way it works, you use it as a month-to-month thing. I do 2 months at a time. I find is good. Just the size of these, they're about 80 pages, so it works good for 2 months for my purposes. Whatever books you guys get works. But the way it's good to lay it all out and stuff, and I'll show you here once I'll flip the camera around in a moment. But the first kind of 60 pages are for daily entries, right? So I do 2 months, so 60 pages, day for kind of every entry there. First 60 pages are daily entries. Those are basically brain dumps, guys. So at the end, I like to do them more kind of near the end of the day personally, but a nice brain dump, a bit of planning for the next day, a little visualizing. You're kind of the reason I like to do a daily entry is because it helps to internalize all the stuff that you've been doing throughout the day, right? So you're able to kind of, me personally, at the end of the day, you try and think of everything you've accomplished, and there's a lot that's been going on. You've had this to-do list that you're checking stuff off. So by going into your journal and just kind of detailing, going through your day, brain dumping it all out, it allows you to kind of put it all out at the table, see it in kind of a different format than just in your brain, right? It's kind of a different way to see things. And then for me, it just helps me shut the brain off from those things, right? So I know all those tasks are done. I kind of write it out, see that it's written out in my journal, and then I can focus on other things that I need to do for the day. And so basically, I'll show you guys here how the short-term journal is set up. We are just out here in the river. People are rafting, guys. It is looking awesome, man. But so the way I got this set up, short-term journal for 2017. So yeah, guys, basically, I just got my entries in here, right? Every day, I got different entries, and then it's cool. You can look back at them. Say this one, for instance, it says Tuesday, July 4th. Good morning, just at Princess Island Park. That's actually where I am right now, guys. This place is called Princess Island Park. Completed 6 phase meditation with Kyle. That's my business partner. Did an insight timer when I first woke up. That's kind of guys, that's a Insight Timer is an app. Download it. Tons of meditations, whole bunch of different categories like mindfulness, inner love, inner peace, sleep, mornings, all that sort of energy, like tons of stuff, guys. Insight Timer, download that. And it's just cool, guys, to read back on these. Like even if I flip to another one, let's see. Trip is booked. Woohoo! Oops, something just popped up on my screen, guys. Trip is booked. Kyle and I leave August 15th to Palm Springs. Going to schedule everything in advance so we're not working too much. That's all our client stuff, right? Decent day, watch a couple of the SMA vids. Gonna go home for dinner, meditation in bed, maybe do some reading, right? I do my little initials at the end of each one. So yeah, guys, that's the way you set it up. And if you notice, some days are real long. Some days, I even throw on a couple pages to save space. Some entries are real short, guys, so it just kind of depends. Really, it's all about building the habit, right? Just writing something down each day, even if it's a sentence. I've seen some people in their journals, they just write down. You could write down, I'm writing this to keep myself accountable for my journal entry today, kind of thing, right? You don't even need to really do a brain dump. If you can't think of anything to write, just write something down, right? So that's really cool. And then I'll show you guys. So the first 60 pages are, just a bunch of entries like that. And then the way I actually set up the back is I like to maybe put in a few goals for the month, mini goals, and you can lay them out different ways. Oh, a lot of glare here, guys. Let me try and fix that lighting. Oh, she's giving us trouble. But yeah, guys, that's kind of how you lay this one out. And then for my exercise, I work out, guys, so I lay it all out here, intentions versus reality. I was talking about my the one guy I'm connected with on here, Kenny, and I kind of have, this is my legend. So an exclamation is more than intended, X is did nothing, check mark is what I intended, and a dash if I had no intention, so if I had family plans or something. And then it's all laid out there, guys. So even I only work out 3 times a week with the program that I'm following currently for strength density. But so even on days my intention is to not work out, and the reality is I do that, right? So you can still check it off and it feels like you're doing it right, because even on days I'm not supposed to work out on these days, right? And I'm doing it right there. And I kind of add in some notes, and then even for my meditation, you know, my intentions of 10 to 20 minutes, and then the reality of like what I did, you guys can see, right? But what it does is it helps keep you accountable. Really helps keep you accountable, because then I can see how my practice is going and so forth, guys. And then you kind of set up your next months from there. So that's really how the short-term journal is set up. Oh, camera giving us little problems there. Here, just gonna set that down, don't want it to fall in the river. And then long-term journals, guys, this is the second thing. This is the fun part, guys. This is what I really like, is the long-term journal. The way you set this up is it's for the next 5 years of your life. So the first 60 pages in the short-term journal are for the next kind of 60 days, right? The first 60 pages in this one are for the next 60 months of your life. 12 months a year, guys, 5-year plans, right? So the way you kind of set it up, at first you establish some non-negotiable goals that doesn't matter what's happening in the next 5 years, you're getting these things done. You're doing these 5, you know, I have a few, I can show you guys a few of them to give you ideas. The other thing you list on kind of the front page are some principles that are going to govern your life, some quotes, you know, maybe a saying, kind of things like that. An example of, let's see, one of my principles that I wrote down, because I started this initiative kind of a few months ago. So it's nice to even look back, right? And then you can think about it, right? So I have macro patience, micro speed written down there. That's one of the things I have from Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Just to keep myself accountable and know that it's a process. I'm young. I need to be speedy in that day-to-day, getting clients, selling, closing, doing my thing, building up my brand. But I need to have patience, right? It's all going to come in due time. That's how law of attraction works. It presents the opportunities when you're prepared for it. And then, you know, a quote: enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare, right? So that's the reason I wrote that one down, is because a lot of people get super excited. You know, a lot of people join something, buy a program, buy a workout program, you know, buy an SMMA program, buy a coaching program. They get real enthusiasm on it, but they lose that endurance, guys. They go for a week, 2 weeks, really into it, answer all the questions, they're on top of it. Then the endurance dies out, right? So enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare, guys. So I like to live by that one. That's one of my principles. And then a few other things that you include in it is kind of month to month. So those first 60 pages are for the next 60 months of your life. So the way you set it up, I'll show you guys here, is you do 3 entries per month. One at the very beginning. You can see I have my July 1st entry, my July 15th, and then this right here is for July 31st, guys. And basically, this is to keep you accountable to your 5-year goals. I'll flip back to some of my 5-year goals right now. Let's not look at all of them, but one of them would be to travel to the other side of the world for the first time. So guys, I've never been to the other. I've never actually been to the other side of the world. I've only ever been in North America, you know, States, Mexico, Canada. So that's one of my non-negotiable things in the next 5 years, is I'm going to travel to the other side of the world. Other half of the world, Greece, Australia, Japan, whatever it might be, guys, doesn't matter. Other side of the world, I'm doing that, right? And then the way the months are set out, the way I kind of laid it out, July 1st, I wrote, you know, productivity is in a rut. I'm going to try meditating daily, minimum 10 minutes, work out 3 times a week, and reading a minimum of 2 books each month. I wrote down the books I want to finish, stuff like that, guys. I'm not going to bore you with all my goals and stuff, but just little things like that. And then July 15th is kind of an update on that, and little updates moving forward. And then July 31st will be a recap of the month and how we did from start to finish, kind of thing, guys. So that is how you set up the short-term and long-term journals. This was a bit of a longer one, but I just really wanted to get in depth with you guys and kind of show you how my journal is laid out, so that you guys can like implement it, see if it works for you. On Medium, if you guys use Medium, there's tons of articles you can read on different journals, how to set them up. So experiment with it, guys. That's what you got to do as entrepreneurs, is experiment with what works for you. So really do all of that. and you know, let me know if you try out this STJ and the LTJ method. Let me know about it, guys, because I'll be stoked if you guys try it out and it works for you. That'll get me stoked. So boost us up too. Give it a few likes, few hearts if it's what you like. If you hate it, hit the angry thing. But do it so other people can see it, right? A couple people just floating down the river there. But yeah, guys, I want everyone to see this so they can hold themselves accountable and start working towards those 5-year goals, those month-end goals, all that sort of stuff. So this was the day live for 365, day 10, and we will see you tomorrow. Probably going to do a bit of reading. I've got some chicken at home. My brother's cooking that up. So we're just gonna, it's super nice, guys, out here, right? This is the power of the mobile phone. Been working all day out here, get to do my meditation, reflect on everything I've done. I'm chilling here, guys, on the rocks. I got all my stuff with me, headphones, super nice walking paths, guys, and I get to do it all here within this 5-inch screen. So that's the beauty of it, guys. Get on it if you're not on it. If you're not on the Live for 365 challenge, start it. Why not? And if you're not too pumped on this challenge, start your own initiative then. As long as you're getting out there, putting out content for people to see and trying to give value back to your online community, right? Because it's all about supporting one another. So that's all for today, guys. I will see you tomorrow for day 11. Peace out.